I mean, no offence.
Offence totally taken.
What kind of outlet are you? Okay, so you're just starting out.
Yeah, I deserve that. I deserve that.
Hi guys, I'm Bex from Trusted Bytes, and I have wrangled Nick from Big Punch Studios. They've gone and made a card game on top of all the awesome comic books you've probably already seen on the channel. You've gone and made a card game, all four of you together this time as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We were all trapped in a car once, and we were very hungry, and we were stuck in traffic. It wasn't going anywhere. We started talking about making sandwiches, and then developed that idea into making a card game about making sandwiches. Naturally.
Yeah, I mean, when I thought, what's the origin of a card game about making sandwiches, that's obviously the first thought I had.
Yes, of course it is, yeah. And we have had people come by who've said that they're hungry and have asked if they can eat it, but we would not recommend that. We do have a CE mark, which suggests it won't kill you, but I don't think it was very tasty overall. But yeah.
Fair enough. It's a good disclaimer to have there at the start. It is a card game.
Right.
Doesn't actually create real sandwiches of nutritional value.
Correct, yes, which I think is very important to lead with, because I think a lot of people will assume it is.
I feel we've started this interview as it's going to go on.
I think so.
We've set the tone here.
Yeah.
But it's a comedy game, so I think that's probably appropriate.
Yeah, it's a very silly game.
Anything
Absolutely.
with barbed wire ham,
Yep.
I think you can generally take as not being a serious reflection on life, the universe and everything.
Not especially serious.
More
no.
just the sandwiches.
Which are very, very important to me. A big part of my life, that's for sure. But yes, no, very silly, competitive sandwich-making card game called Sandwich Masters.
Could you explain a little bit about how Sandwich Masters work?
Sure thing, I can. So basically you all have ingredients in your hands, and you are competing for orders that are dealt out onto the table. An order looks a bit like this. And that one is a chicken sandwich, and as you can see we've got 2 pieces of bread and a bit of chicken in between.
Classic simple sandwich construction there.
And you will have ingredients, and you will be able to lay an ingredient each turn, and then if you're the first to close it, you get that money. But the gimmick is that every ingredient has an evil equivalent ingredient. So we have ham, and then we also have barbed wire ham. Okay? We have cheese, we have dictator cheese. Naturally.
That's exactly how I thought that was going to go.
He's lactose intolerant. You see? Very, very, very funny.
I can sympathise with him.
So you can use these evil ingredients in your sandwiches, and if you get away with it and close it, the customer won't mind, you'll still get your money. But if one of your opponents calls a health inspector on you, then you're in big trouble. Because if you've got something disgusting in your sandwich, that health inspector's not going to let that go. So you either have to bribe him to make him go away, or suffer the consequences, which usually involves throwing a sandwich out. And even if you have a pesky opponent who's keeping his sandwich totally clean and isn't using those evil ingredients, we've got attack condiments, such as a sneeze or broken glass, which you can put in other people's sandwiches to make them disgusting and then vulnerable to the health inspector.
So exactly like your average real-life sandwich business, really.
Exactly.
I feel like you must have done a lot of real-world research into this.
Yeah, went to food courts and shopping malls and all that sort of thing. Saw how they did it.
Found dictator cheese.
Found a lot of it, yeah. Being served up. Customers aren't even questioning it. They're biting down on a medal. It's weird. But it happens. This is part game, part like awareness piece to the world, making people know what's going on out there.
But mostly just a silly game.
Mostly that, and ignore the other bit that I said.
Yeah,
please. Yeah.
But I mean, we can always put that on to make it sound, sandwiches are important enough on their own. They don't need an important tagline.
They are. They're very important to me, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So that's basically the game. Yeah. It's very, very silly. There's a lot of sabotage. If you're playing with friends, you might all fall out over it, because you'll ruin each other's sandwiches, call health inspectors. You're all very mean to each other in this game. But hey, that's apparently what we like in games.
Sandwiches or lack of sandwiches can make or break friendships anyway, so it's only a reflection of real world friendships, I think, in
so
any
true.
case.
So true.
It is
Powerful
very
words
true.
there. Yeah.
Somber faces, serious somber faces. Attack condiment. Right.
Brilliant.
So I know you guys, of course, from making very awesome, sometimes humorous comic books, which I will put links to all the other comic books in the description below. What made you branch out into a game apart from being trapped in a car?
Yeah. Well, we're big fans of games. We play a lot of board games. The four of us, for a while, we lived together, and we did a lot of our comics projects together in the same house. And so we found ourselves playing, board games and things like that in the evenings. And we'd never done a game before. And after we had this idea when we were trapped in the car together, it was one of those things that sat with us for a little while. We didn't do anything with it at first. but it really did, like, sort of, there was a seed planted there. We were
Yeah.
really keen to develop it. So we decided that since the idea came from being trapped in a car together, we
Right.
should lock ourselves in another place together again. So
Right.
we locked ourselves in a house for a weekend. We took time off work, long weekend.
Was this one
and
of your
everything.
houses or just a random house?
We were just squatting in an abandoned house. No, it was one of our houses.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Lock the doors, no food, no oxygen, no water, just sandwiches and sandwich
just
mantles.
pretend sandwiches.
Just pretend card. And at this point, it's just bits of paper that we've ripped out and cut up,
Yeah.
that we've written bread on and ham on and stuff. And we just like worked and worked and worked. And we're like, we're not coming out of here until we've got something that works. Because
Or you're all dead.
Or we're all dead.
That was the two possible outcomes: either a really funny game, or just like a house covered in bread and blood.
Yeah.
Discovered by the police who'd be very perplexed.
it's either game or crime scene. That's
Yeah.
what we're talking about. And there's potentially, that's a game in itself. Game
Yeah,
or
I
crime
mean, Bar
scene.
Boy Ham is kind of, both really.
Potentially indicative of where we were in our head at
Yeah.
that point, yeah.
This
But,
is very telling of your mental state. I find.
But yeah, so we just blitzed it for a weekend. We were working things out. We had all these different ideas in the early days of like maybe different kinds of bread. So we'd have like bagels and rolls and things.
Is there gluten free?
Yeah, potentially gluten-free options. But we dialed it back down. It was constantly like a job of simplifying it, making
Yeah.
it strong and simple, so that the core parts of the gameplay were what shone, and everything else was just distilled basically
Yeah.
down to what worked. And we came out of the weekend with a functioning game. It still
And no
changed
one
a bit,
was dead.
and no one died, which was great news. Yeah. So that's sort of 101 games development. Don't let anyone in your team die, and I think we did that. So we were feeling
You
feeling
think
good.
you did that?
Yeah,
You did
well,
that.
I haven't done a roll call in a
Right.
little while, but no, I'm pretty sure.
Would that be a roll as in a...
Oh, a bread roll? Oh.
It's not funny if you say it.
Sorry.
You're explaining the joke.
Yeah, okay.
Hang on.
Okay, cool. We can cut that bit.
Yeah.
So then we had to play test it. We had these horribly drawn bits of paper that I just scribbled on, and we played it with people, and everyone loved it. And it seemed like it was really actually a game that worked and that people enjoyed. Because that's the big thing as well. Anyone can make a game. Well, not anyone can make a game, but potentially anyone has a game idea. But you want it to be fun as
Yeah.
well, which is kind of a big thing. And this turned out to be fun. People enjoyed
it's
playing.
seeing if your humour and your experiences, the four of you locking yourselves in a car and then locking yourselves into a house. It's all getting a little bit weird, but after that, actually what you've made translates to a wider audience. And that
Exactly.
you haven't just put things in that are funny between you and your friends. So it's great to see people. And people have been coming to the stand here. We're at MCM today, and people have been coming along to the stand and playing it, and they look like they've been having a great time.
Yeah,
We've had good feedback.
Yes, really good feedback actually. Practically everyone who's played it has then come to the sales table and bought a copy for themselves. Which is
Awesome.
amazing. And it's just one of those things that people come over because they see sandwiches, and everyone loves sandwiches. And then they find themselves playing a very silly game about making sandwiches and watching out for broken glass and health inspectors. So it's been a really good day, and the game seems to be flying. So we're very happy. Yeah.
So are you thinking there may be expansions like baguettes or something? I don't know.
Well, we've actually already had 2 expansions, which are included in the new box that we've got here today. They don't change the game massively, but they add some new orders in, and they make the game more chaotic and more sabotagey and backstabby, which is good. And they introduce a few new events and a few new cards here and there as well. But yeah, we have been talking about potentially adding like a bigger expansion that changes things a little bit. We quite like the idea of maybe having games where you're actually characters, like you're chefs working for cafes, and you have certain missions that
Like
you have
a
to
career mode.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So maybe you choose your character at the beginning, and then you have to do things that would fulfill missions for that character. So we're playing with ideas.
Yeah, that would be quite a big expansion to have a character, and they'd have skills and stats, I guess, that you could tweak.
Exactly. So maybe they can play double salad cards on a turn or something, but then another one can play
Strong
double
move.
meat cards.
Yeah.
I know, right? So we're playing with ideas, but also we've got new ideas for completely new games as well. And now that we've proved ourselves a little bit in this arena, we're thinking we may actually try some new stuff out as well. So.
Are you allowed to tell me what any of this possible new stuff is, or is it all hush hush?
I would really love to, but A, it's hush hush, and I haven't got permission from the others, and B, we don't have any names for the things yet, so I would just be sort of describing random ideas to you. And they
Thing
sound
with the
very
thing with the
silly.
thing.
Exactly, there'll be a lot of that, but I can assure you they will be great, and that's an exclusive that you can keep. There you go.
There we go.
So.
Exclusive, you heard it here first. He says the games they haven't come up with names for yet are going to be great. Are you tempted to make any games based on the comic books and things you have?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, and that's actually something I can tell you we're thinking about as well. Like, because we have things like Catamaran, which is like a very sort of world and character-led sort of property.
And super, super cute artwork that would look lovely on cards.
This is it, yeah. So there are some definite thoughts in that direction as well.
I can definitely imagine Catamaran and their adventures travelling around a map or something with cards.
Yeah, that
would be great fun.
I would love to get there, and that's kind of where we're thinking. So yeah.
But no other things. You can't tell me anything sneaky things. Is that anything? No. He's got his poker face on.
Yeah, I'm doing my best here. No, just because it's just so early days at this point, really. But yeah.
But when he tells me, then I'll tell you.
For sure.
Yeah.
You'll be the first to know.
Have you considered making a playmat for this game with like
Again,
checkerboard
we
base,
did.
like your lovely signage?
Yeah, we did have a playmat because when it was kickstarted, which was ages ago, one of the stretch goals was a playmat, and they were great. They kind of looked like a countertop, and they had like a little till area for where the money was kept and all
so
that.
cute.
It was really, really cool, and they were like proper playmat material as well. But we only had so many of those, and they sold out. But it's something we have all the artwork for, so we really want to get that back into stock.
Yeah.
And so maybe at first it might be a paper folded one that you can put in the box, and then from there we'll go to maybe getting it printed properly again. But yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But it's awesome to see that after successfully kickstarting it, you're already selling out of things.
Yeah, that's it. We completely sold out of because we kickstarted a whole run. Some went out to backers, and then we had a load of stock left. That all went as well. This is our second edition, so yeah, in as many years basically.
The second edition of Sandwich Masters. We saw it here first. Sandwiches, chaos, backstabbing, attack condiments, glass sprinkles. I don't even know what that one is. Dictator cheese.
Special sauce.
I'm not reading that because that's going to be captioned wrongly. And all of the health inspectors who, just like in real life, you can bribe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Again, life lessons.
What more do you need in a game?
I honestly don't think there's anything.
Yeah, they've covered it all for you. Sandwiches. As long as all you need in life is sandwiches, this game has you covered.
We've got it. Yeah.
Awesome. So if people are interested in picking up a copy of this incredible game, where can they find it online?
The best place is bigpunchstudios.com, which is our webpage. If you go on there, you can go on our store. Sandwich Masters will be right there at the top. But very soon it will be available on Amazon, and hopefully will be in stores soon as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for showing me the game. It is absolutely brilliant. I've been following development from fairly early on, so I'm glad to see it's all finished and already on a second edition with expansion packs, because that's just like amazing. More sandwiches, that's what we need. More sandwiches, gluten-free.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll put all the links below in the description box below here. There will be links to where you can find these awesome guys, their comics, and this brilliant game. And also, if you like this video, please do the subscribing, the bell clicking,
the liking
all
button,
of that
all
stuff.
Of that, yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, send your
Shout
first
into the
born
wind.
child, this kind of stuff.
Set
Share.
fire to a horse. Don't do that, actually.
No, not that one. Don't listen to him.
Doesn't have any effect, that one, actually.
Yeah. Except about the game, don't listen to him.
Yeah.
You're a liability.
Well.
I keep interviewing this person, and every time, Nick.
I'm helping.
Can you tell it's Sunday? Yay,
I think so.
Day 3. But thank you for showing me the game.
No, my pleasure. Thank you.
Brilliant fun. I recommend everybody try this game out immediately for all of your cardboard-based sandwich gaming needs.
Absolutely.
And we will see you all again next time. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was chaotic.
Absolutely. Well, I loved it.
Which means you win.
Which means I win. Yeah. How'd you feel?
Very enjoyable, but I'd rather I'd won. But if I'd pulled completely different cards, this game would have gone very different.
That's true for me as well, actually, yeah. So, yeah. If you were better at it, you might have beaten me as well. No, I mean no offence.
Yeah, offence totally taken.
What kind of outlet are you? Okay, so you're deciding now what you
Yeah, I deserve that. You're making it rain!